Okay, so I want to talk about ComicGate, and as I turn this video on, my TV's fallen down, so I might have to just set that back up. Right, there you go. And I want to talk about ComicGate, and I'm not into comics. And the reason that I've been following ComicGate over the past couple of weeks is because it really shows the disdain that these sort of people have against the less fortunate in society. And something that really irks me about the creators of videos of people from ComicGate is when they start to downplay the problem and just say, well, I know it's only small fries, I know it's only like a first world problem and stuff like that, because I don't really think they see the scale of what actually is going on and how big of a problem it actually is. And I think first, I've already mentioned this, but it's the fact that it really shows a disdain what they have for the less fortunate in society. Now, to give an example, let's look at someone who is a disabled working class person. Now, if we look at the working class element, they don't have the resources, the money to go into or to have at their fingertips the entertainment which people with money do have, like going to the opera, going to Monte Carlo, to give an extreme example. They don't have that, so it becomes a lot greater percentage of their available amount of entertainment from that factor, from the disabled element. There is only so much you can do when you are disabled. You can't exactly go out and play football. Now, I know there's disabled football, but there's not a replacement disability sport for every single disability, for starters, and for every single sport. So it becomes a lot greater part of your available entertainment for that reason as well. So that's why it shows that how these sort of people with their progressive parasitoid, and if you don't know what a parasitoid is, it's an insect which lays a larva into another insect, and then the larvae grows up inside this insect and zombifies the insect until the larvae is controlling the insect until it breaks out into adulthood, using the shell of the insect as like a shell of an egg. And that's what has basically gone on with this woke movement, where they just place in, say, a woman or a person of colour, and then all of a sudden you're getting all these politics or this political agenda running a show which it never ran before. It's basically just zombified it, like the larva in the parasitoid example, and is now controlling it. Now, the second reason is that it's not just comics that these people have infected. And they've sort of infected, they've infected the mental health services within the NHS. And you have to pay for these mental health services if you're in Britain. And if you go, you will actually see stuff about transgender people, about the patriarchy. You will see them walk around with the red dyed hair and such. And they've also infected the universities. And the fact that what ComicGate is, it's the tip of the iceberg which is popping out of the water of this mammoth of a problem which we have in society at the moment. And if you've got that esoteric knowledge to sort of tackle this particular part of this massive iceberg, then you should go for it. And it does affect it. it does make an impact on the whole of this mammoth problem which we have in society. It's not that much small fries because it's definitely big enough for them to actually put in the effort to actually attack and actually lay their larvae into. So, saying that, it was just a random thought, another one for the night. We're saying that, sayonara.